Hola, clase. This past week we learned basically pages 6 through 10. It's all like how to say hello, how are you, and introductions. So page 6 starts off with ¿Qué quiere decir? What does it mean? So these are just some general greeting type phrases. I'll go ahead and read through them. We have hola, hello, buenos días, good morning, buenas tardes, good afternoon, and buenas noches, good evening or good night. Those are all ways to greet people. We typically in English say good night when it's like, okay, I'm going to sleep now. But you can literally greet someone by saying good night if it's that time of day in Spanish. Adios, goodbye. Hasta luego, see you later. Hasta mañana, see you tomorrow. Señor means Mr. Señora, Mrs., a married woman. Señorita, Miss, an unmarried woman. Don and Doña is a title of respect shown to like an elderly person or maybe like somebody that is above you, like in your job, or something like that. Someone you want to show respect to. ¿Qué quiere decir is what does it mean? So that's a really useful phrase to know. If you're like in a Spanish speaking country and you see or hear a word you don't know, you can say ¿Qué quiere decir? Whatever that word is. And then to respond, quiere decir means it means. Lo siento, I'm sorry. It's a really helpful word to know when you're around Spanish speaking people. Perdone, excuse me. Also a very helpful, polite word to know. Por favor, please, gracias, thank you. De nada, you're welcome. No es nada, it's nothing. El gusto es mío, the pleasure is mine, or pleased to meet you. Igualmente, equally, or likewise. So these are great phrases to memorize. I highly encourage you guys to memorize all of those. You'll use those words all the time. The next page, page 7, ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? See, most of you all already knew this pretty well. The new thing was if you're speaking to somebody higher than you, someone that you want to show respect to, you use the usted form, which is like the formal or like super polite way to address someone. So if you're talking to a friend or someone younger than you, you'll say ¿Cómo te llamas? So it's called familiar, very informal. And then if you're speaking, like I said, to somebody above you or someone you want to show respect to, it's ¿Cómo se llama usted? The usted is optional. ¿Cómo se llama or ¿Cómo se llama usted? If you're talking to more than one person, like how are you all or how are you guys? ¿Cómo se llaman? And you can say ustedes. And that doesn't matter if it's formal or not. In Spain, they have a verb form for you all. That's the familiar informal. It's called vosotros, but that's only in Spain. So in Latin America, they just use ustedes for plural, even though technically ustedes would be multiple people that you're showing respect to. It's also just multiple people in general, even like friends or people younger than you. Okay, so that was kind of new, the usted and ustedes forms. And then to answer, what's your name? You'll answer me llamo, and then your name. Me llamo Melody. My name is Melody. So, practice writing these sentences in Spanish just to help kind of get it in your brain and in your eyes, and practice writing it will help you remember it better. And then numbers 1 through 5 at the bottom there, you just are writing either ¿Cómo te llamas?, ¿Cómo se llama?, or ¿Cómo se llaman?, depending on who this person you're talking to is. A young boy, an elderly woman, a group of kids, a lawyer, a fellow student. So we'll go over those in class. See if you guys have any questions. Page 8 is ¿Cómo estás? How are you? So as with what is your name, there are several ways to ask how are you, depending on who you're talking to. So you're talking to somebody, a friend on your level or someone younger than you, you'll say ¿Cómo estás? And that's probably the one you all are familiar with. You could also say ¿Qué tal? Which is, it's how are you, but it's also kind of like what's up, kind of. For a more formal situation, someone you want to show respect to, someone higher than you, it's ¿Cómo está usted? So usted is always formal, someone you're showing respect to. To ask more than one person, ¿Cómo están ustedes? So you'll hear me as your teacher address you all that way. So in the morning, so I say, ¿Cómo están ustedes? I'm saying, how are you all? And then, so there's many ways to respond. We learned 6, bien. You could also say muy bien. So bien is, I'm doing well. Muy bien's very well. Más o menos, we learned last year, así, así, same thing. It's kind of like more or less. It's like so-so. Mal, bad. You can also say muy mal, very bad. Feliz, happy. Triste, sad, and cansado, tired. If you are a girl, you will say estoy cansada because O is a masculine ending, A is a feminine ending. So then do this little activity too. Write the correct word to answer the question, how are you? So they're written in English, but you'll write your answer in Spanish. So like number 1, my dog died. I feel triste, right? Cool. Page 9. Me gustaría presentar. I would like to introduce. So, for those of you that were in class last year, you probably remember me gusta means I like. Me gustaría means I would like. And then presentar, it's kind of, you can think of it as like present to you, introduce, same thing. Okay. Yeah, so there's another explanation there about ustedes and the vosotros form being in Spain. Okay, and I like this phrase, when in doubt, use the formal form. Like, oh, do I use tú or usted for this person? Just go with usted. You can never go wrong. You can't be too polite. Okay, so a practice introduction, an example introduction. Me gustaría presentar al señor Rodriguez. I would like to introduce Señor Rodriguez. Buenos días. Good morning. ¿Cómo está? You see, it's está is because it's usted, not estás, right? That would be informal. How are you? Muy bien, gracias. Very well, thank you. Y usted, and you. And then, so that's a formal introduction, right? You're talking to somebody polite. Like you're being polite, you know, you're showing respect to each other. Informal, now informal doesn't mean rude, it's just like laid back, right? Like you're talking to a friend. Me gustaría presentar a mi amigo Daryl. Buenos días, good morning. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Muy bien, gracias. Very well, thank you. ¿Y tú? And you? So kind of take a look at those and see some of the differences, especially está versus estás, y usted versus y tú, those kinds of things. Okay, and a little activity. That's to like kind of practice out loud with someone. So you could practice at home with your parents. And then page 10, las presentaciones, introductions. So this is just a way for you to practice what we learned on page 9. So you're going to write the phrases in English. Okay, so you read the Spanish there and you go and just translate it to English. So write the English above it on the line there. Yeah, and then practice speaking. We did this quite a bit in class, but you can, let's see. So it says practice having a conversation, then write one of your introductions on the lines below. So try to remember kind of how we did that in class, compare it to page 9, and go ahead and write a little conversation there between two people, person 1 and person 2. You know, somebody greeting and someone answering, that kind of thing. And that's it. Yeah, it looks like next week we'll be looking at numbers. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right. Hasta la próxima.